Are Sentinels now the best team in the world? Because EG might not exist anymore, and that makes PaperX the best team in the world, but then PaperX just lost to Sentinels 3-0! Sen City back on top, baby! So how did Sentinels do it? Well, we're going to take a look at Split, and let's start with the very first pistol round.
Building, that's when we come online. That's when we're a different team. Hawk to check early and confirm a little bit of presence. PaperX going to be starting on the attack side for most of the maps throughout today. I think just Haven is the only one where they don't.
It's been 100% so far, so may very well do it once again. But A site going to be taken here for free, so it's going to be a full-blown 5v5 full HP attempt at the retake as Double Swing comes out here on ramp, and John Cutie going to be able to find the first 2 kills. But yet, Jake Divine all taken down. John Cutie on for the ace here in the pistol round, and it looks like they want to give it to him. He'll swing in, but Celsius will take it. But what a clean sweep.
So let's break this thing down here. I'm actually going to talk about Sentinel's setup in this pistol round, because you see we actually have 4 players in towards mid. We got the Cypher Camera looking for what it seems to be a mid-trap play. And this is a very common play on pistol rounds. And the reason that you see these kind of plays, by the way, you will often see these kind of like mid-stacks or something like that on pistol rounds for the defensive side, is because if the attackers take the site like we saw PaperX do, they're going to use their utility when they actually come in onto the site, right? And on a pistol round, you're not going to have that much utility to play with anyway than you would in a normal round, of course, and so you've used up all of it to take the site. That means that we have a utility advantage. But the thing is as well, normally the problem with playing full retake is that you have to break crossfires, but crossfires with pistols, you know, aren't as hard to break, right? Because it's harder to hit those shots with pistols. You can't just spray people down like you can with rifles. So that's why you will see these kind of things happen a lot. But what I like from Sentinels in this round is that you can tell there's detail in this setup, right? They've thought about this setup quite a bit, you can tell. Because it's not just that we have the camera looking down here and we've got our, you know, 10s ready to flash probably and a nade from Zekon or something like that. They've thought about different layers to this as well, like this Viper Wall here, which is a very interesting Viper Wall, which you don't normally see. But obviously what you can do with this Viper Wall is wait for people to get ahead of it, right? Then the camera will see them, and then, you know, you can go and spring your trap if they are there. And that means that they take the decay coming up. It probably means that if they do that, they'll take the decay coming back as well. It can also help with escaping if maybe things don't go perfectly also. But it also helps with your retake on B as well. If they come and do a fast B hit on you, you know, you've got this wall to come and help retake where you can split up the site, right? Where you can basically come from CT and kind of clear out this first angle here. So you can kind of clear the site with the wall up. You can then maybe drop the wall and clear kind of this second layer just here once the wall is dropped. You then have a Viper Orb on the site as well. So you can maybe then put your orb up and clear this space. And then, you know, you can drop the orb and then come and clear the rest as well, right? So this is just like part of the strength of Viper, and it shows again that they've thought about this, right? And then they've also got the one agent here that can give them some information proactively, Sky over towards A, giving them that information of if anyone is there, right? And so it's just a well thought out round by Sentinels, and obviously we see it pay to fruition where, you know, okay, the bird sees someone. Hey, we haven't seen anything in mid just yet. Obviously, PaperX are fully stacking coming to this site. Sassy knows his role is just to basically hold on to Heaven and ramp as best as he can. And then another benefit of going for this kind of setup is that whilst PaperX are coming in and taking the site, right, our rotates are super fast, right? Because we're rotating from here, you know, it's not taking a long time to get there, right? No one is rotating all the way from B, so we can get there very, very fast. And we see that play out, and actually it gets them the first kill. Because as Monye is trying to get back into his kind of post-plant position back here, he doesn't get there in time because we're already rotated, right? Sassy and John and Tens is almost there as well, are already ready to swing out on him and get that first kill. And then PaperX are trying to trade it, and obviously John at this point just goes crazy, finds all these kills, and then his reaction, if you keep an eye on John's reaction here after Celsius steals his kill, quite funny. But it's a great start for Sentinels. But if we skip ahead to round number 4, this round isn't going to start too well for Sentinels.
Out. Are we just going to dive right in?
Looks like that's going to be the case, and somehow Jing, yeah, still able to just see the flash bloom on Tense's face. That's the alert.
So we see a really nice start here to the round for PaperX with the blast packs and the flash here. And yes, if you are blind by an omen, but you are close enough to see someone, you will see their bright little face light up, basically helping Jing get that kill. But what I like here, what we're going to see from Sentinels here, is that these three are going to come and group up together. You can see just there, sorry for the pause on the VOD just here. But what that means is they're going to now re-aggress and try and, you know, even up the numbers. And I thought that PaperX, The rest of this video, if I'm going to be honest, is going to be basically slating Paper Rex, because I don't think that they played well at all in this first half of Split whatsoever. But Sentinels, this is good, right? This is re-aggressing straight away, hoping to find that kill, and you see their util usage here is pretty good. You know, Xel'Sys is going to destroy the dog on his own. These two guys don't show themselves there just yet, right? So they don't know that that's quite happening yet, but now we're going to get Snakebite. Now we're going to get Nade. We're going to get Flash coming in here. We're going to get a second Snakebite as well, and they managed to get the kill on Jing just there and make this a 4v4. Now, the part that I want to talk about now is Paper Rex, because you've just seen 3 agents, right? You've seen Snakebite, you've seen Skyflash, you've seen Nade. You know 3 players are here, right? So these two, alarm bells should be ringing. Okay, the Cypher is alone and has the rest of the map to cover, right? Basically has all of mid and B to cover for just the Cypher. That's pretty tough. This Cypher isn't going to be super aggressive. So this is what I want to talk about. That here, Something and Monyet are so slow to react. They are so slow to the fact that they know 3 people are here, right? Once you know that and you know that there's only 1 player left, this guy is not going to be aggressive. This guy is going to be playing as safe as possibly can be. But instead, if we just play it from this point, you'll see what I mean. That, you know, they have to end up on a bit of a spike retrieval mission here with Devi. But take a look at Something and Monyet. They ain't doing anything. Where is Monyet going? What does he, like, who's he looking for back here in mid? He walked up here and walked back. Who's he looking for? Does he think that the Cypher is going to be charging down mid whilst this is going on? Like, it really does kind of boggle the mind. Like, these two just sat here and didn't do anything. It didn't take any space, right? There was almost certainly going to be there for them, right? And it takes them so long to do this that Sentinels kind of re-clear A, and then they actually begin to kind of figure out, like, by the time that, you know, these guys are coming and destroying the camera here, Something on B, you know, they then figured it out. And Monyet is still back here in deep mid, right? He's still taking no space. So we end up with a site exec with just 2 of our players. But all of Sentinels are already here, right? So we're going to end up practically in a 2v4, and it doesn't go well for Paper Rex, although we do need a bit of a sassy heroics at the end here.
Fox. Trapwire now gone. Plant can come through. Monyet looking to try to get this backstab off in heaven. In the Nebula, which now dissipates. Saci able to draw down, finds the kill. Xel'Sys is going to be taken out at the same time, however. Forsaken having to pull away, gets tagged up as he dips back in towards Garage, but he and Something very low on HP. Something, however, it might not matter if he can get headshots like that. Dashes back across over towards the rope. On the hunt is Saci, managing to find the kill, but he himself down to 5. Forward, Saci, finding Forsaken, gets the headshot, gets the buy as well. Clears him out of heaven, and Sentinels will move up 3-1.
Now let's skip ahead to round number 6, where we're going to see more Paper Rex mistakes.
Starting to recognize already that that Sentinels is going for these fast-ish rotations, and that they're trying to get in the back of them and punish them. And this time it did work.
Cam set up in heaven. On watching. Going off that for now as the double push comes through on ramps from both sides. Something able to come away with 1. 1 for 1 thus far. Second not really wanting the challenge any deeper, given that he just has that Singer in hand. Now John Cutie out from screen will be able to find a second kill, so the duelist's gone. Tip of the spear broken off here.
Cage trigger. They found my wire.
Paper Rex, they can still get work done with a stick. We'll see. These 3 players
there
can manage. Seekers go chasing forward. Second receiving some spam up through that Nebula.
Forsaken's touch of damage, though, for his efforts. It's going to be a tough hold here. Monyet's very far away.
Come back through. Paranoia goes across. Second trying to push out. Does get shut down. Forsaken will find the kill. Swings out. Looks for another. There's just too many players facing him. Can only come away just that 1. Hold now. Onto the spike. The Trapwire here to block. And John Cutie is just holding this one. Yep. They don't even realize it. Devi looking for the follow-up, will be able to follow.
Okay, so I want to come to this part in the round where it's a 3v4 and the Seekers have just come out here from Sassy, right? And this is what the map looks like. They're taking A, essentially, Paper Rex, but we've also got Monyet here back in B main, right? And obviously the Seekers, there's only 3 of them alive, so the Seekers are going to go to everyone. And this is just a breakdown in the team, right? Because we cannot have Monyet here when a Seeker is coming out to him and be planting on A at the same time. Because they know that essentially if these guys go fast, this is just a 4v2, right? Because this guy's so far away. So I'm not blaming necessarily just Monyet here, but the understanding from Paper Rex just isn't there in this situation, right? Where And Monyet goes the long way around as well. Now, obviously, he doesn't know that mid is clear, right? He doesn't know that all of this is completely free, and he could come this way potentially. Fair enough, he doesn't know that. But again, that's just another reason why we can't afford to do this, right? Because he just doesn't have time. Sentinels are pretty much ready to do their retake now, and look at where Monyet is, right? He's absolutely miles away. So this is just a 2v4. We've lost a player because of our decisions, essentially, in this round. And it cost them, because we see they stick the spike in a 2v2. And Forsaken and Divide do pretty well in a 4v2, right? They managed to kind of survive this long enough. But Forsaken knows he kind of has to swing there, because essentially he's in a 2v3 and they know where he is. So he has to try and make a play. And then obviously we see here as well, you know, this is not a great look for Monyet either. Again, it's a breakdown in the team communication, because John QT's sticking the spike. We do have a star here. You know, we could go for this Astrosug, but we don't. Whether that's because, you know, it's not commed properly, or whether it's because, you know, they didn't think he was sticking it, whatever. But, you know, it just cost us the round. And I feel like this round was lost solely because of Paper Rex's decisions. Okay, now round number 9, where we're going to see more weird decisions by Paper Rex.
Is it Jing time?
Not only that, I'm looking at Tens right now with the operator in hands. Flash not going to note anything. No one there to eat the damage from the paint shells either, so Boombot still rolling forward. Oh, a leg spotted. Saucy hitting some shots. The Cosmic Device now going to be used. Jump up over the top. Tens gets a collab. Finds something in Divide. Jing with a showstopper, only able to get Saucy, and then he's quickly traded a second. Finds the kill. What a shutdown coming through. Things just completely crumble in the blink of an eye here for Paper Rex. The double jiggle through. Monyet able to come up with 1 kill. Another paint shell built up. Lobbed over at Forsaken, and Tens will get himself a 3rd shot.
Okay, so some of you might be thinking, why is this round bad? Didn't they get unlucky with the Tens collat? And they did get unlucky. Having a collat kill with an AWP, yeah, maybe that's slightly unlucky. The thing is, though, the way they go about this round, I just think is a bit weird, right? Because they're going to send Forsaken here in mid. And you see we've got this Astrostar up here as well, and he's going to Skydog up mid as well, okay? And this is fine. I don't have a problem with this initial part of it. You see the Skydog coming out there as well. The problem that I have is that they're making too much noise here in A main, right? They could make this look like this is just the Viper, but instead, we're going to send Boombot out. We're going to send the Raze nade out. We're going to make sure that Sentinels know that this isn't just the Viper, which already I think is wrong, right? Because we're trying to make it look like, hey, this is a 1-3-1 default, right? And we got an Astrostar in here, and we're Skydogging up. And, you know, our Astra is actually out towards B main, and we're chilling and we're taking it slow this round. But really, secretly, we're about to just do a big A exec on you, right? And that makes sense. But instead, they've kind of, that plan is gone, right? Where it's like, well, actually, the Raze is in here. So this is where pressure is coming. Because that's where our Raze is. Who's always where the pressure is, right? So it just doesn't make sense. And then also what doesn't make sense is that instead of just like waiting the time that it's going to take Forsaken to just run back here so that we can have a flash for our big exec, instead, we go before our Sky actually gets there, our only initiator in this comp. And the thing is, a smoke in here with a Skydog coming up, that's going to hold people in mid, right? Long enough for Forsaken to run back here and start an exec. No one will have moved in mid, and these guys don't, right? They do exactly what every team will do. They put up a smoke, and, you know, they wait. Because that's what everyone would do in that scenario, right? Anyone who's in mid, after seeing a Skydog there, is going to wait for it. And so it just doesn't make sense that they start this exec, and Forsaken is still in sewers, right? I mean, Jing's on the site now, and look at where Forsaken is. You know what might have helped in this round? A flash! A flash! Instead, we go in kind of dry, and okay, Jing gets 1 kill, but you know, it's not enough. Okay, Tens, yeah, sure, maybe gets a bit lucky with a collat, and now all of a sudden we're in a 2v4 and they know where we are, right? It's not great. And then the final one here, round number 11, and initially Paper Rex's idea, this is fine. Honestly, I quite like this, right? So this time they have the Sky with the Raze, right? And they put up the wall, and they're going to take ramp control. And the idea here is that they're going to take this, you know, kind of pinch on vents. They send the dog through the wall here, right? Just check vents early, and then come back, kind of see what's going on in heaven, and then they're going to send this Boombot out as well. You can see just there, you know, into vents. They send a Sky Flash behind this wall. They send the nade behind the wall as well, right? So we've cleared this out, and now we're going to come back here and actually do a B split, right? So we're hoping that this guy is going to rotate over here, and then we're going to, you know, come and do a B split. You see that something has already taken B main, so that's all good, right? Up to this point, it's absolutely fine and dandy for Paper Rex, right? Absolutely big chilling at this point. And, you know, they come and take heaven. It's nice. Now, they drop down. Okay, Maybe they make a bit too much noise, you know, because it kind of alerts Zellsis, you know, he's actually back over towards B, perhaps, maybe in part due to that noise. We can't quite know, obviously, without the comms and whatnot, and and you know what Sentinels were saying, but maybe that was part of it. But the problem for me here is what we're gonna see next, because Forsaken is now just going to walk out and give Zekken a free kill here, right? He's just gonna give him a kill, and you might say, well, that's fine because Forsaken doesn't have a flash, so what else is he going to do? But this is what we need to pay attention to, right? That if we come back to the start of the round, Forsaken uses his first of 2 flashes, right? So just to show you, he has 2 flashes. He's going to use the first flash right here at the very start of the round, and it goes off at 137, let's say, right? If we skip ahead to where he dies, if he waits, what, 5 seconds? 5 seconds from when he dies here? They have a flash. Why does it need to be now? Right? Why do you need to do this now? I honestly don't see a reason. You see that Sassy's still actually flashing up here, right? You've taken this control, you've pushed them back off this, right? That's going to create some confusion because you might have left a lurker in here, right? So there could be some problems for Sentinels here. So why do you need to go now into the op? And this is what it felt like for Paper Rex, where everything just needs to be done now. Right, let's just do it now. Instead of just waiting like a couple seconds to, you know, wait for a more ideal time, no, it must be done now. And we end up dry walking into heaven here and dying, right? And just giving them the free first kill. And Zekken walks away. And it's like, it's just not ideal, right? And then from here, they're also going to lose this round.
Be abandoned, but the paint shells can be let loose as he tucks back around the corner. And now Zellsis finding Jing and Divine. Shuts down the approach completely and utterly. As Sentinels, they will go ahead and continue to move forward, making this gap between the 2 teams even larger. Looking right back in, Poison Orb comes up. Just away for a brief moment, one gonna be spotted. There's the cleanup, Shorty in hand money, yet actually finds 2. Then gets tagged from behind, Sassy putting him down low. The spray coming in on the chase, Tens around the back. Ready to cut him off. As the spike is stuck. One yet wanting to play for this one. But no, I mean the time just isn't there.
10 seconds left.
He will just play to align the economy.
And look, I don't want to take away from Sentinels too much because they were very good, right? And they definitely deserve to win this game. And they look good. And if you're a Sentinels fan, get excited because they do look very good. And, you know, if we take a look at that last round again, right? Just the way that they move and kind of play for each other, right? Is really good, right? Zekken gets his kill here. He gets out. He kind of, you know, throws out a nade. He's creating a distraction and all of that. Meanwhile, we've got Zellsis up here on rafters, right? And so Paper Rex think it's all fine, and then he's swinging out, right? And then you see that instantly, even if Zellsis got traded here or didn't get this kill, Zekken swinging out straight away, right? They have a very good understanding. They are playing really well as a team. So don't let me tell you Sentinels fans that you shouldn't get excited because they are playing very well. However, in this game as well, Paper Rex did not look good, particularly here on the split attack side.